dream last night. A vision. I saw a world full of people. Everybody was dancing and screaming loud. They were just there to listen to the music. It was deep. It was underground. Let's turn the world into a dance floor.
Are you guys ready for a state of trance? Put your hands in the air, come on!
Your weekly update on the latest in trance and progressive. Live from the studio in Amsterdam. This is a State of Trance with Armin van Buuren.
Hello and welcome. Ruben, are you ready?
Yes.
Special week, the release of the State of Trance year mix. Also lined up for you, my Rising Star remix of my new track with Susanna, the Colin remix of Hollow, and also David Forbes teamed up with Davey Asprey. And in hour number 2, an absolute legend, British DJ and producer Fergie bringing a sweet guest mix. But we kick off with this groovy one by Corolla, Come With Me.
Baby, we'll get it.
track this week. This is the State of Trance Progressive Pick.
I'll never get over you. You'll never get over me. I'm sorry, baby. You were the sun and moon to me. I'll never get over you. You'll never get over me. I'm sorry.
In the mix. Armin van Buuren. A state of trance.
This man cannot go wrong. If you've been listening to my live sets recently, yeah, you hear I'm playing a lot of his tracks. I had the honor to have this exclusive for a while. It's out now officially on my label A State of Trance. Rubik, Outbound, before that Far Out and Leonard A. Ultraviolet on the label of Seven Lions, Ophelia. Welcome, dear friends. You're listening to episode 1046 of your weekly update on the latest in trance and progressive. My name is Armin van Buuren. That is Ruben Durand. And in 2 weeks' time, I can't believe it, time flies so fast, we're going to have a very special episode here on A State of Trance, counting down the 50 most popular trance tracks of the year. And that's going to be a very special episode. And Ferry Corson will be my co-host. So it's always our most debated, most loved and most hated episode of the year. And it's still not too late to leave your votes. So if you're having a little trouble deciding what are your favorite tracks, every week we help you with some of the suggestions of the 5 tracks that we think you can consider. Like this one, Andrea Rebecca, Tunica Est. Or this one by Factor B and Ariel Marin. And Orion Nielsen had a great year with this one, Volt. Or Giuseppe Ottaviani with Resonate. And last but not least, Christina Novelli and Richard Durand. The voting is open one more week, so if you haven't done already so, please do me a big favor. Head over to the special website vote.astateoftrance.com and leave your top 5 of the year. Your votes will be counted and you can influence the standing of the top 50 favorite trance tracks of 2021. And in yearly tradition, 1 week later, I'll drop the State of Trance Year Mix 2021. I picked over 100 tracks on the standings so far of the Tune of the Year voting. That defined the year 2021 for myself and for you, the listeners of this radio show. Molded into a 2-hour mega mix. It's a yearly tradition. It's always a lot of work. I already finished it. And the good news is, it's out. It's out at this moment. You can check it out on your favorite streaming portal already. And traditionally, I would like to play you the intro of the State of Trance Year Mix. Remember, the Year Mix will be broadcasted 1 week after the top 50. So you don't have to miss a thing if you don't have a subscription to one of your favorite streaming portals. Or maybe you're waiting for the CD copy. I don't know. We're also going to broadcast it with a very special video mix that's going to be available on YouTube. So that's going to be the last episode of A State of Trance this year. So Ruben, shall I do it?
Yeah, let us hear it.
So for the year mix, I always do a little skit or something funny, to sort of showcase the year. You know, I've done stuff like renewing my DJ license. They found the State of Trance tape in the garbage. And this year I thought, it's not really the time to do something funny, because for a lot of people it's been a strange year, struggling with the results of COVID. I know everybody's affected. We all know somebody who's had COVID, and I hope you guys are safe. So I thought, why not do something different? So I wrote a text together with my good friend Stevie Cripps to showcase my feelings of the year 2021. And here's the intro for the State of Trance Year Mix 2021.
We used to dance together. The parties never ended. The lights flashed and we danced with not a care in the world. Then things changed. Normality disappeared. The dancing stopped. We went into shock and disbelief. But then the healing began and an awakening. A global meditation. We all struggle sometimes when we're afraid, lonely, or angry. But they are just thoughts, and these thoughts do not define you. Take them away, and all that remains is love. The need for connection, with music as a guiding light. Let go of any anger. Let go of disbelief. Let go of pain. Let it all go. There is only now. There is only this. There is only us. So, as the lights turn back on, let us all learn to dance again. Embrace the beats and melodies. Be as one and totally present together.
This was your year, 2021.
And there you have it. The mix is out now on your favorite streaming portal and of course on 2 CD for people that are still collecting CDs. For the 18th time, the State of Trance year mix will be broadcasted in full as always as a 2-hour video mix and the last episode of 2021. And one of my personal favorite this year is the closing track of my Forever album, and I had to make an uplifting mix. I tested this one in my Mexico set that's also available on your streaming portal. The tune of the week this week, of course, my new track with Susanna. Sort of a follow-up to Shivers and If You Should Go. This is Home With You, the Rising Star remix.
Armin van Buuren's favorite record of this week's show. This is the tune of the week.
Hey guys, this is Susanna and you're listening to my brand new track on State of Trance.
So here we are, look how far we've come since that first day. Standing in harmony, all unified, we're one for tonight, bathing in endless glow. Your colors and mine, remembering when, how it all began. Nothing to lose, a whole new world to find. Felt so alive. I am home with you. I am home with you. There's music in my heart. We're surrounded by the stars. I am home with you. I am home with you. No matter where we are, I know you're never far. I am home with you. I am home with you forever. There's music in my heart. We're surrounded by the stars. I am home with you. I am home with you. No matter where we are, I know you're never far. I am home with you. I am home with you forever.
Davey Asprey, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You can't go wrong when you put two of those big names together in the studio. I'm talking about David Forbes and Davey Asprey Lonak. I loved it so much, I picked it up for my label Who's Afraid of 138. You're tuned into episode 1046. In just a little bit, my special guest Fergie will be here. He's scored some mega hits on Beatport with his more tech trance oriented tracks. I absolutely love that. And I have big news for our friends in the US of A. A few weeks ago, I announced that we will return to Los Angeles for a special State of Trance event. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a big one. My biggest ever in North America. April 9th, 2022, the Bank of California Stadium. All tickets will go on sale next Monday, December 13th at insomniac.com/ASOT. Insomniac.com/ASOT. I cannot wait. Armin at thestateoftrance.com is your direct line into the studio for all your shouts, your messages, and your requests. Let's have a quick look. Ruben.
Yes, happy birthday to Corey Gasper from Sudbury, Canada, Raimundo in Mexico City, and Daniel Gianciti from Toronto, Canada.
And Nicolas Stein from Sauen, France wishes his daughter Louise a happy 15th birthday, wishing her a great party weekend with lots of State of Trance.
And happy anniversary to Rashid Shah and his wife from India. They are celebrating with a little vacation in Kenya and listening to State of Trance, of course.
And Martin Strobinders from Dublin, Ireland wishes his girlfriend Leia very best of luck with her medical exams this week.
And Nadine Fisher in Berlin, Germany shouts out a happy birthday to her husband Ben.
Also, happy first anniversary to Donovan Bloomers and her boyfriend Remy in Antwerp, Belgium. They tune in every week together. Hello, hello.
And the last one, Vlad Indikov shouts out to his buddy Effort Wind in Sweden, congratulating him with a successful university graduation.
Thank you for all your messages. We love reading them. Armin at The State of Trance. Also, if you have requests for my upcoming sets or anything you'd like to share with us, Armin at astateoftrance.com. This is last week's trending track, Robert Nixon's remix of Jess's cover of a Pink Floyd classic, Wish You Were Here.
The trending track. Last week's most discussed track on social media.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rain? A smile from a veil, or do you think you can tell?
future favorite.
Classic team up. British Colony with German legend Paul van Dyk. You just heard their new track Wishful Thinking, the Paul van Dyk club mix. Before that, an overwhelming winner of the Future Favorite poll, your favorite track of last week's episode as voted on the website, Suncatcher and Exo Loud. Ascent, the Maywave remix. You're listening to A State of Trance. We're ending hour number 1. Stay tuned for Fergie, but first.
This music can take you to another world. We want to hear why a track means so much to you. Here is this week's Service for Dreamers.
Hey Armin, hey Ruben, I'm Dan from Australia. could you please play Save You by Richard Durand and Christina Novelli? It's my partner's birthday and it's our special song together that we heard on your show. Loving what you're doing, guys. Lots of love. Cheers.
What am I meant to do?
Originally released back in 2019. What a track. Richard Durand and Christina Novelli, Save You, requested by Danilo La Pega from Australia for Gabriela Miko. It actually reached the number 2 spot in the State of Trance Top 50 Countdown. In 2 weeks' time, we'll have another one of those Top 50 Countdowns, and make sure to leave your votes for that. vote.astateoftrance.com. If you have a track that you would like to request, like Danilo, just send us a link to your video, please. Armin at astateoftrance.com. We might see you here in the studio soon. Don't go anywhere. In just a little bit, Fergie.
Stay tuned for more A State of Trance. Welcome back to the world of trance and progressive. Here's your host, Ruben Durant.
Coming up, Dream, Haley-Ann and John Askew, and in studio today, probably one of the most radio experienced artists we ever had in the studio here, former BBC One resident, Fergie.
Well.
How
Thanks
you doing?
for having me. How's it going?
Good, welcome.
Thank you.
What are you gonna play for us today?
Do you know what? Obviously, I've had the privilege of releasing some bangers with you guys over the last 6 months, so I've got some new stuff.
Awesome.
Hopefully you might be interested, and it's not signed yet. Maybe you'll want it, maybe you won't. I want to test it out.
We'll find out. But first, Fergie, you told me you had a little story about the DJ that we're about to start the show with.
Yes, and what a legend he is. I first met him probably about 20 years ago. My mother actually had a DJ school called Key Mix in Ireland, and she kind of, used it as a cross community exercise, getting Catholics and Protestants together and whatnot. And one of the guys that really stood out from the pack was Kieran McCauley.
Yeah.
And one of the first days that he came to the DJ school, basically, a lot of the young lads were asked what their DJing dream experience would look like for them. And Kieran stood up in front of everybody and said that his dream would be to play at Creamfields. Now, everybody else, turned around and looked at him and kind of laughed under their breath as if to say, wise up, mate.
Yeah.
You're from Northern Ireland. That's not going to happen. And obviously he went on. He achieved that. He's played there multiple times. And I remember he showed my mother the flyer, the first time he got on there. And he was, Alice, thanks so much for, giving me the inspiration you did back in the day. And he always remembered, and we keep in contact with him. And I keep my eye on him and see what he's doing, and it's amazing what he's gone on to achieve. So, much respect to him. He's an absolute legend.
And here he is, Kieran McCauley and Clara Stack, All I Want in a Crack Only remix.
To hear you knocking at my door. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I could die a happy girl, I'm sure. When you said your last goodbye, I died a little bit inside. And I lay in tears in bed all night, alone without you by my side.
Hey guys, this is Craig Connolly and this is my brand new remix live on State of Trance.
But if you loved me
One of my absolute favorite records of 2021, without a doubt. You just heard Artie Speak My Mind on 2 Rock Recordings. Right after the man that skyrocketed into the trance scene last year, Eugenio Tokarev. I played your Reflector on Monster Tunes Recordings. And this is State of Trance episode 1046. I'm glad you joined us once again today. A big shout out to everyone viewing in the video chats. And it's an absolute honor and pleasure to welcome today's guest mixer on the decks. He has been DJing and making music for more than 20 years already and played at pretty much every club on the planet. But currently he lives in Las Vegas and he still holds the title, the record for the highest entry in DJ Mag ever. Did you know that? 2021 brought him a new chapter in his career with a string of smashing releases. Of course on Armin. And today we have him in the studio to showcase some of his music. Give it up for Fergie!
A State of Trance. you an exclusive guest mix on A State of Trance.
take you there, I'll 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 take you there,
I have to say, this could be defined as the sound of 2021. A perfect blend of techno, trance, and anything, to be honest. A little bit of nostalgia in there. Give it up for Fergie. Thank you so much for your guest mix, man. There was some sweet ideas in there, I think. What did you play for us?
Thank you. The first one was a version I've done of the classic Time to Burn.
Yeah, by Storm.
Yeah, which is a legendary track. I mean, I've always wanted to do something with that. I remember playing the promo of that in Ibiza at the God's Kitchen residency I had, probably 2001.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it was always a big track for me. So it was really amazing to get in on the act and do something with it. But obviously the next track was Level Up. Big track for me personally.
Recently released on Armin.
Yeah, it's a big track for me, you know, and it's what I'm trying to do with the music that I'm doing at the minute is have such a nod to the past. It means so much to me, you know, having a little kind of bit of that old school flavour. And you're right what you're saying, you know, techno, trance, like
everything comes together.
Yeah, you know, it's a really amazing time to be coming back into the scene, because obviously I've not made any music for 10 years, and so to really come back now where you don't really have to stick to a genre, it's kind of open as long as the music's good, quality music.
True, yeah.
People are accepting of that, you know. Gone are the days where you could only play trance, or you could only play hard house, or you could only play techno, you know.
You can play anything, to be honest.
Yeah, people want, you know, they're thirsty, they want to hear a variation of stuff, so it's an amazing time for me to come back, so loving it.
Yeah, this year you brought us tracks like Men from Athens, Alpha Centauri, and Level Up. What other surprises are there down the line for you in this year and also next year?
You know what?
Besides the tunes that you just played for us.
Yeah. You know, speaking to you guys about putting out quite a few more singles. So just being in the studio, mate, and you know, taking the inspiration from back in the day, and also the inspiration from the gigs that I'm doing. So yeah, it's an amazing time, man. Amazing time, and it's great to be able to collaborate with you guys. So.
And back in the days, you were more known, of course, for your hardstyle stuff. Why did you pick this style to continue your career?
Well, when I started DJing in 1992. So, you know, back then there wasn't even a style. You know, there wasn't a style. You know, there was a lot of hardcore rave. I mean, Carl Cox was one of my big heroes, and Tony DeVries. So I naturally gravitated towards that hard house sound of the 90s. You know, I was resident at Trade nightclub in London, so that's where my sound was for quite a long time. Then when I joined BBC, you know, I was 21.
Yeah.
So I've been DJing for 7 years by then. So that's when I started moving into the more techno side of things with my, you know, my own label, Eccentric Music, and my album Dynamite and Laser Beams and stuff that I put out. So that's kind of the music that I'm making now is kind of half techno and half hard house, if you like.
Yeah.
You know, and it just feels right for me. And, you know, over the last 10 years, I said I haven't put any music out. And when we went into the lockdowns and stuff like that, I kind of decided in my head that I was done with DJing. I was finished, you know. I was really kind of burnt out. You know, I've been in Vegas for the last 10 years doing 200 shows a year there. So I was ready to hang the headphones up, and it sounded like paradise to me, to be honest. And it wasn't until my wife said to me, you know, why don't you take a step back in time and make some music that you really love? And here we are, you know. And big shout out to James, actually, from Armada, because he was the first guy that hit me up and was like, Ferg, we would really love, and this is before he had heard any music.
Yeah,
I hadn't made any music at this point, and James was very like, just go into the studio, make something, you know. Armada, we've got a huge catalogue, we'd love to get you on board. And he's been really supportive and a real anchor in this whole thing. So big shout out to James, man. A lot of the backroom people don't really get a shout out as much as they should. So.
James is an absolute legend, of course. I have some more questions for you, but I'll save those for the podcast. We'll be uploading that one later. But first, some new music. We go back to a show favorite of the last few weeks, Richard Duran and Haley, and Give Your Heart a Home.
You keep searching.
Simply had to play this one for you again. The old school sounds of the boss. John Askew, Escapism. Before that, a new release on Alan Watts' label High Voltage Recording. Steve Decay and Marvelous. And thanks once again for Fergie for dropping by, for bringing us some techno to the show.
Yes,
Do you have any sweet shows coming up?
Do you know what? I just want to give a big shout out to John Askew there, and I was loving that track. I'm going to have to get him to send me a wee copy. John, what's going on? You know, I first heard John's name nearly 20 years ago as well, when I first started doing my Radio 1 show, and I was doing a Fergie's Future Heroes thing.
Yeah.
And John was the first name on the list, for sure.
What's the first one?
He was the first name on there. He was just a bit different than everybody else. He always had a lot to say for himself as well.
He still has. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's an absolute great guy. But do you know what? I kind of watch a lot of the younger guys that he works with.
The Seven Crew?
Yeah, he's like a big father figure there, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He just puts his arm around them, so... Send me that record. I'll maybe get a Christmas card
I'll give it
this year as well.
I'll give it to you. Next week we're back with another legend on the show. Thank you once again, Fergie.
Thank
the
you.
last regular episode of State of Trance in 2021 with none other than Sander Van Doorn. See you then, bye.
Thanks for tuning in this week. If you want to listen to this episode again, surf to ArminRadio.com and please leave your vote for your favorite track of the past 2 hours on StateOfTrance.com.